Kwe Sheku, welcome to the 2019 Algonquin College Convocation ceremonies. My name is Andre Bonzwin, and I am the manager of Indigenous Initiatives. As guests, Algonquin College is proud to acknowledge that today's convocation ceremony is taking place on the traditional, unceded, unsurrendered territory of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe people. In recognition of this, our graduate procession will be accompanied by members of the Broken Arrow Drummers. Using the traditional language of Anishinaabe people, their songs offer a message of encouragement, and the powerful beat of the drum represents the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Guests of our graduates, may I ask you to please stand and remain standing as we welcome the students, staff, faculty of Algonquin College class of 2019. Miigwech, Yowoko, thank you.
Good afternoon. Please be seated. Before we begin, I would just like to say a big thank you to the Broken Arrow drummers for leading us in and for their performance in celebration of our students. It is a very meaningful and a fitting way to begin our ceremony. Please be seated. So welcome to Convocation 2019. My name is Claude Brûlé. I am the Senior Vice President Academic at Algonquin College. It is my distinct honor this afternoon to serve as your Master of Ceremony, helping to guide us through this afternoon's festivities. We extend a sincere welcome to our graduates, their families and friends. Convocation is a very special event, a time to celebrate our graduates' achievements. You, our graduates, came to the college with a dream. You have successfully completed your studies, and this afternoon you will receive your credential recognizing that accomplishment. You are now well positioned to rise to your next challenge. We wish you well, and we're delighted to be here this afternoon to salute you. We also welcome all of our friends and families who are watching on Kojiko Community Television and online. We're so thrilled that you're all able to join us this afternoon for this wonderful celebration. Now at this point, I would invite all who are able to stand to please join us in the singing of our national anthem. Please rise. Thank you. Please be seated. I will now introduce the members of the stage party, beginning on my far left in the second row. I will ask them to remain standing until all have been introduced, and for the audience to please withhold applause until all have been introduced. I'll wear these because it's a smaller font. All right, Jody Buckles, Acting Manager, Community and Student Affairs. Rich Lee, Representative, Alumni Association. Dr. Krista Pearson, Registrar. Diane McCutcheon, Vice President, Human Resources. Emily Kenville, Registration Coordinator. Dejanelle Simon, President, Students Association. Katrina Medina, Director, Students Association, Pembroke. Sarah Hall, Chair, Business, Technology, and Outdoor Training. Linda Reike, Acting Chair, Health and Community Studies. Amy Bailey, Indigenous Elder, the Circle of Turtle Lodge. Andre Obatsuen, Manager, Indigenous Initiative, Services and Partnership. Laura Stanbrough, Vice President, Student Services. Tracy McDougall, Director, Office of the President and Communications. Dr. Gail Beck, Member, Board of Governors. Cheryl Jensen, President of Algonquin College. Jamie Bramberger, Acting Dean, Algonquin College, Pembroke Campus. Jay McLaren, Member, Board of Governors. Ladies and gentlemen, your stage party. Thank you. Please be seated. And now may I please ask the faculty to stand. Guests, families, and friends, I would like you to join me in recognizing the faculty of Algonquin College and the contributions they make to the success of our graduates. Thank you. Please be seated. I will now call upon Jay McLaren to bring greetings on behalf of the College Board of Governors.
You've made it. Congratulations. President Jensen, Vice President Brule, parents and friends, distinguished stage guests, and most importantly, graduates. On behalf of Chair Peter Nadeau and the members of the Board of Governors for Algonquin College, I extend sincere congratulations and best wishes as you begin the next phase of your life journey. At Algonquin, our values of learning, caring, integrity, and respect are all values that you can carry with you throughout your lives. Learning is a lifetime pursuit. Always show you care. Use integrity in everything you do, and respect everyone that you meet. You've worked hard to achieve your success that you celebrate today. Keep in touch with your friends in your class and here at Algonquin, and value Algonquin College as your alma mater. Enjoy your success today, and best wishes to you all. Miigwech.
Thank you, Governor McLaren, for your inspiring words to our graduates. And now I will call upon President Cheryl Jensen to give the President's address. President Jensen.
Well, good afternoon, graduates of 2019. I'm very honored to have the opportunity to be with you today. It's such a thrill for me. This is your day. And on behalf of the Board of Governors of Algonquin College, I want to welcome you, our graduates, your families, and your friends. Let me start by saying that I know this city and its residents, some of them being those who are part of our Algonquin family, have gone through some very trying times this year, as floodwaters threatened us for the second time in as many years. Employees were actively engaged in monitoring the waters and provided great support. I want everyone to know how much your efforts were appreciated. I would especially like to thank someone I'm sure you know, our former governor, Fred Blackstein. As a veteran volunteer in disaster environments, Fred offered his engineering expertise to help us stay ahead of the rising waters at our campus. Fred's commitment to our college and his selfless volunteerism are an example to us all. Fred, wherever you are today, you're a true friend of Algonquin College, and I want to thank you. Now, speaking of friends, some of you may have friends and family who couldn't be with us here today, but we know there are many people who are thinking about you with love and pride. So let me add my welcome to all of those who are watching this event online. I know that many of you are also joined here today by people who support you. I think this is the crowdest we've seen this arena, Jamie. People who have likely helped you in some way as you've taken this journey. helped you with encouraging words, late-night pep talks, picking up the slack at home with the children and the housework, or maybe even providing an emergency loan or two, or maybe even a grant. So let's thank them and tell them that we love them. If you're a family member, a friend of a graduate here today, could you please stand as you're able or give a wave so that our graduates and the entire Algonquin community can show their gratitude to you. So please stand. Thank you. Also gives you an opportunity to stretch. I know you've been sitting for a while. So graduates of 2019, I want to thank each and every one of you for choosing Algonquin. We know that you had many choices, and we're very grateful that you chose us. Now, I may be a little biased, and I know our employees feel that same bias, but I will say with confidence that you chose well. Algonquin's reputation for quality and innovation is well recognized, and you should display your certificate, your diploma, or your degree with a great deal of pride. And speaking of this pride, I also want to personally thank our employees, our faculty, staff, and administration at Algonquin. This group works so hard to support our students, and it shows. You consistently give Algonquin high marks for student satisfaction. Now, I'm going to say something in a way I've never said it before, and I will warn you that I've only just learned how to say this. And I will also say that you might be a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit more nervous, so bear with me. Onje ka kina kinawin, ka automatic-yang, ishkawang, megwa, autopanameg, iyo papama dizwin, apitene guad, tenajiang, undaje nongong. What I just said in the Algonquin language, even if it may not have sounded like it, was this. For all of you who had worked behind the scenes, as you have taken this journey, it's an honor to be with you. It was important for me to deliver that part of my address to you in Algonquin. Not only is it our college name, but the United Nations has declared 2019 the International Year of Indigenous Languages. The aim of this awareness campaign is to let people know that many of these languages are at risk of disappearing forever, and to help us understand the link between language, development, peace, and reconciliation. At Algonquin College, we have made truth and reconciliation a priority, and I believe it will be your generation that will help us move closer to a world in which that is possible. Please take that spirit with you when you leave today. Now, I'm going to give you a few words, I hope of wisdom, before you are all off and away. If you've listened to other speeches at graduations, you know that they often focus on optimism for the future, how shiny and bright everything is today, and how many opportunities await you. And all of this is true. But today, I'm going to assume you know this, and I'm going to focus on something you may not know, and that it has taken me years to discover for myself. I want to give you some tools that you can use in the years to come to embrace whatever comes your way, so that rather than focus exclusively on the good times, I want to talk a little bit about the obstacles that I have overcome and learned to embrace, and perhaps share some advice with you. It's always a little uncomfortable to talk about yourself, and I don't want to do that today either. As I said, this is your day. Instead, I'm going to tell you how you can be your own kind of superhero. But I'll get to that in a moment. I think I just said this won't be like any other convocation address. Now, you may know me as the president and CEO of Algonquin College, at least from the seemingly endless messages I send out. It is, without a doubt, one of the proudest points in my career. I'm proud because of the work that I get to do, the people I get to work with, and above all, the hundreds of learners I interact with every day. Learners like you who will, I'm sure, go on to change the world, and I expect nothing less. and you should expect nothing less of yourselves. At the very least, you should try to change the world around you, the world of your family, your workplace, or the community, by finding ways to take action, small and large, for the greater good. And one of the ways you can do this is by being a graduate of steel. Before Superman, the original Man of Steel, before he was faster than a speeding bullet, the expression about him was that he was faster than a streak of lightning, more powerful than the pounding surf, and mightier than a roaring hurricane. Well, I've tried to be all those things, and I have no doubt that you can be all of those things too. I'm not just going to tell you what I've done, though. That would be very boring and make this time together excruciatingly long. I'm going to share my secret with you so you can make your own path, no matter what curveball gets thrown at you. And my secret is this: when I say that you need to be a graduate of steel, I mean that I want you to be like steel. So let me back up just a minute. Although I work as a college president now, my background is in chemistry and metallurgy. And I worked at Stelco, at the time a major manufacturing company in Canada, as an analytical chemist. So I know metal, and I understand the properties of steel. And let me tell you, as a woman in a male-dominated field, I have had to take on those properties, and they've served me well in everything that I have done. And those properties can serve you well too, even if you're not a chemist. And when times get tough, I want you to remember, be a graduate of steel. So the first property to remember is that steel is versatile. You need to be versatile too. Always be open to learning new skills and always find ways to better yourself. It will mean an extra investment of time and effort. Perhaps your company can't afford professional development opportunities right now. That's often the case these days. Or if you start your own company, and many of our graduates do, you don't have a professional development budget. But don't let that stop you. No. Graduates of Steel find their own professional development. They find colleagues and mentors who can show them new skills. They go online and do their own research. And they watch for opportunities for lifelong learning. Sometimes they save up and buy their own tools and equipment so that they can be ready when opportunity knocks. Being versatile is the key to being a graduate of Steel and being prepared for an ever-changing job market. The next property I'd like you to remember is that when you force steel to change its shape, it does so without breaking, if you've prepared it for the change. Remember that outside forces will come along and change your career path when you least expect it. There will be jobs you lose, enterprises that don't quite catch on, short lists that you won't make, and personal setbacks in your life that will push you to the limit. And as the mother of 3 children, I can tell you that if those things don't push you to the limit, being a working parent will. Many of you here already know that. You've been here at Algonquin while raising a family. Remember, though, that if the steel has been prepared for the challenge, it doesn't break. It just changes shape. You must always be prepared to change your shape. It's how you will survive the disappointments and storms of life. Sometimes these changes are not always easy to accept, but often you will find that the new shape you create is just as rewarding as the old shape, just in different ways. So when the time comes to change your shape and become something new, remember that you are a graduate of Steel, and you will not break. You will become something new. You will learn from the changes, and you will emerge better, smarter, and stronger than before. Steel also has the property of conductivity, a very technical term, I know. But you need to be a good conductor, too. You need to be able to bring people together and fight for the things that matter: climate change, diversity and inclusion, education, truth and reconciliation. You need to be the person in your workplace who can move the electricity of an initiative forward and channel it towards completion. You need to be the person who can broker the deal Help people achieve and bring the skeptics on board. Whatever you do, don't be that person who watches the action. Be that graduate of steel who harnesses it and gets the job done. And finally, one of the most important things to remember is that stainless steel resists corrosion. You need to be ready to do that. Stand up for what's right and never compromise your beliefs or your ethics. Never let the negativity that may swirl around you, don't let it prey on your goals or wear you down. No matter where you work, no matter how high you climb, you must be able to look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and know that what you did was right in your heart of hearts. Be a graduate of steel and fight that corrosion at every level. So I'm going to give you some examples of graduates of steel, alumni from Pembroke, from this campus, who are wonderful illustrations of what I've tried to explain. Alumni like Naomi Fong, retired from the Canadian Armed Forces as a bombardier. Naomi was injured and traumatized. She picked up the pieces and on her roads to healing, found her passion for helping others and herself and completed the social service worker program at Algonquin, at this campus. Sports became her path to her healing, and Naomi became one of 40 Canadians competing in the 2018 Invictus Games, winning 2 of Canada's 6 medals. She's an inspiration for those who are suffering from PTSD and has started Om Wellness, a Facebook page dedicated to supporting mindfulness and well-being. And Nikki Domingo. Nikki's a forestry technician program grad and is a fire ranger crew boss with the Ontario Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry. Recently, Nikki was fighting forest fires in the Pickle Lake, Ontario area. Her passion for forest fighting was sparked during her placement in the final semester of the forestry technician program not that long ago, in 2015. She's now into her 2nd year as a fire ranger crew boss, often climbing into a helicopter to battle the fiercest fires. And finally, Jessica Lambert. Jessica overcame a serious spinal cord injury and demonstrated great determination when she was told she may never walk again. Part of her healing process was to return to school, where she earned a diploma in office administration executive, and she now works for a legal office right here in Pembroke. And just a few days ago, she ran her first half marathon. She's a true graduate of steel. And now we can add your names to this growing list of graduates of steel. You are now a proud member of the Algonquin College Alumni and Friends Network. I encourage you to stay connected with your vibrant alumni community that stretches all around the world. And we're always here to help through continuing education classes here or online. In fact, we'll be following you closely to celebrate your successes and offer assistance for your setbacks. Now, I know your brains are in overdrive right now, and it may be a bit unfair to expect you to remember all those properties of steel that I just mentioned. That's okay, as long as you remember this. Steel is one of the most important engineering and construction materials known to humankind. But you and the contributions you will make to the workforce are more important than steel. You can be faster than a streak of lightning, more powerful than the pounding surf, and mightier than a roaring hurricane. More than that, with your courage, you can believe in yourself. With your compassion, you can help and empower other people. With your minds, you can create and innovate. And with your heart of steel, you truly can change the world. Just make sure that your heart of steel is wrapped in a cloak of kindness, because in the end, that's all that really matters. Which leads me to my favorite quote, one that I can't end a convocation without, and it's from Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Miigwech, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Jensen, for your thoughtful remarks and your words of wisdom to our graduates of steel and our superheroes today. Those were very powerful words, and I hope, graduates, that you remember those for a long time. Algonquin College's Waterfront campus has maintained a tradition of a valedictorian address at Convocation. Our valedictorian this year is Winona Brown from the Outdoor Adventure Naturalist program. She's had a stellar academic career during her time at Algonquin College. Both peers and faculty hold her in high regard. It is not hard to understand why. Her enthusiasm for the Pembroke campus, her personification of the college's values, her service to our community, all these attributes were noted by our various nominators. Winona was the class representative on the Council of Outdoor Educators of Ontario. She served as a peer tutor. She was well known as a thoughtful participant in classroom presentation, debates, and discussions. All this earned her a place on the Dean's Honor List. As one nominator put it, Winona demonstrates our core values through the close-knit connection that she's created with her classmates and the greater campus community. Please join me in welcoming Winona Brown.
Good afternoon. I would first like to extend a warm welcome to Governor McLaren, President Jensen, members of the stage party, all faculty, staff, and guests who have taken the time to celebrate our achievements today. And a special welcome to my fellow students, the Algonquin College graduating class of 2019. When I was asked to deliver today's valedictory speech, I was honored, grateful, and felt lucky for the opportunity to share some of my thoughts with all of you. Accompanying all of this, I also experienced an underlying feeling of being overwhelmed by questioning. Who am I to address all of you? And what can I tell you that you don't already know? You are my peers, and I have learned an insurmountable amount from you in ways I could never fully explain. But I am a believer that every individual has important pieces to contribute to the giant puzzle of humanity, myself included. So I've decided to simply share with you some of the things I found to be most important in my own life in hopes that they will resonate with you. Many of us do not even know each other personally. We come together today with a variety of interests, backgrounds, life experiences, struggles, and values. We're pursuing a variety of different career paths. However, those paths intersected when we all walked through those doors on our first day of class. Every one of us came here with ambition, hopes, and the drive to be successful. We all put in the work to achieve the goals that have earned us a seat at this convocation ceremony today, and we are all walking away today with proof in hand of our success, and that is something to be proud of. Together, we have tenaciously navigated challenges and frustrations, such as scrapping together enough money for textbooks or finding a quiet place to work on assignments. But we've also rejoiced in the discovery of free food in the commons, which always seemed to come at the moment we needed it most. Despite each of our individual experiences here, we can all relate to each other as this year's graduating class of Algonquin College's Pembroke campus. This reflection leads me to the heart of what I want to talk about today, as a send-off into a world that is in great need of strength, positivity, and leadership. I want to talk about human beings. We human beings have an amazing ability to be so uniquely individual, but to also have so many fundamental things in common. This is something I try to remind myself of whenever I have the presence of mind to do so, because it is through our differences that we can nurture our individual search for purpose and fulfillment and continue to advance and think outside the box. But it is through our similarities that we have the power to actually make imagined changes a reality and create a space where we can understand and relate to each other despite our differences. Our differences and our similarities are intrinsically connected, and if we can view them as complementary rather than contradictory, we may just be able to bring a much-needed healthy dose of positivity to a world that is struggling. For my 25th birthday, after spending the first half of my 20s in a search for purpose, my dad gave me a small gift. It was a magnet that probably cost $2.50, but on that magnet was a quote that has completely shaped how I view my own life. And I would like to share this quote by author Anais Nin. She said, "We don't see things as they are. We see them as we are." This can be interpreted in many ways, but for me, this sentence holds incredible power. It is almost like a secret because we as human beings are so easily influenced by our external circumstances that we are often blinded to what lies within. Sometimes we can't see how our perceptions of events and other people can actually tell us a lot about ourselves. Those perceptions can also be changed with willingness, awareness, and effort. And if we're able to realize that we have the power to control our reactions, the choice about what we will and will not take in, and the ability to see the good and the struggle that we share with every other person, we can then realize that to an extent, we have an ability to shape our own realities and experiences as we move through our lives. Through this awareness of our own individual power, we can create meaning for ourselves and make a positive contribution to the world. Now, this worldview may not resonate with anyone, with everybody, and it may even seem a little bit on the hippie side to some of you, but I ask you to look beyond all associations with this perspective and see it for what it really is. We have a choice, and if we can embody this idea and make each choice with awareness and the intention of making the world a better place, the unique gifts of each person that we cross paths with will begin to show themselves. It is this appreciation for our fellow humans that may well bring about the perfect causes and conditions for positive change. There is no person without value, and no person who does not have the ability to teach us something. There is no person who does not have the potential to learn something from us. And this is where our differences and similarities meet. So going forward, it is my hope that we can all move through our lives, embracing the things that make us uniquely us, while also remembering what connects us. And like most things, it is easier said than done. I am far from mastering this practice, but we can start by reminding ourselves that at the heart of it, each human being essentially desires the same things: to be heard, to be understood, to be respected, and to be happy. It has been a gift for me to share these reflections with all of you, and I truly wish every one of you success and the best of luck, but most of all, personal fulfillment and the courage to pursue what makes you the happiest you can be. Emerging from our experience at Algonquin College, each of us has individual thanks to give, people who deserve our gratitude. Thank you to our families for your unique role in shaping each of us, whether your support came in the form of encouragement, a supportive weekly phone call, a tuition payment, a word of tough but much needed advice, or simply bringing us into the world and shaping us into who we are as we sit here today. Thank you. Thank you to our friends for keeping us going, for making us laugh, for keeping it real. Thank you to our dedicated educators who have helped us to expand our minds, see the world in new ways, and develop necessary life skills that we will one day need to shape the world for the generations that will come after us. Thank you to our administrators for creating a space for us and for everything that you do behind the scenes that we all take for granted as we continually get lost in the whirlwind of college angst. Thank you to all college employees who create the character of this campus for each wave of students and who seem to have a deep level of caring for their work. Special shout out to the security and custodial staff whose smiles serve as much needed fuel on a bad day. And lastly, I would like to thank all of you, my peers and my classmates who went through this journey with me, a constant reminder that I will never know it all and life would be pretty boring if I did. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2019.
Well, congratulations and thank you, Winona. You said at your introduction that you weren't sure what to say and you weren't sure why you were chosen as the valedictorian, but I think by the standing ovation you just got, I think we all know why you were chosen as the valedictorian. Thank you so much for your wise reflections and thank you and good luck in your journey. We now move to the part of our ceremony where we recognize you, our graduates. I will now call upon Acting Dean Jamie Brandberger to come forward and introduce the graduates of the Pembroke campus. Jamie, we've talked about steel, magnet. There's a theme here. Good luck.
Well, I agree with the president. We have a number of superheroes in the audience today. Thank you, Claude. I'm very pleased to be here on behalf of the staff and the faculty of Algonquin College's Waterfront campus here in Pembroke, all of whom are very proud of our graduates and feel privileged to have been part of their successful learning journeys. Graduates, could you please rise? Madam President, at this time, on behalf of Algonquin College, I would like to acknowledge the commitment and successes of the graduates of Algonquin College's Pembroke Waterfront campus. Each of these graduates has dedicated themselves to successfully completing the requirements of their programs. These individuals are ready to make their mark in their chosen career. So it is with great pleasure and honor that I recommend them for graduation. Congratulations, graduates. You can now be seated.
We will now proceed with the presentation of degrees, diplomas, certificates, and awards recognizing the achievements of our graduates. We acknowledge and thank the individuals, the businesses, and companies that have demonstrated their support of our graduates and our programs by donating these awards. Families and friends of the graduates are invited to come forward and take photographs during the presentation, but we encourage you to be aware and mindful of other guests who are also trying to take pictures. May I please ask the audience to refrain from applauding until all the credentials have been presented so that each graduate's name can be heard. However, a well-placed hoot or howl has never hurt. Okay, graduate, here comes some instructions. So when you are called forward, please proceed to the right of the stage. Jody Buckles, Acting Manager of Community and Student Affairs, will announce the name of the graduates as they come to center stage to receive their credential from the president. Graduates, you will then leave the stage by the left side, and members of faculty will extend their congratulations and guide you back to your seat. Award recipients will receive their diploma and their award at the end of their class group. So far, so good? All right. We ask that the graduates remain in their seats until the end of the ceremony so as not to disrupt the ceremony. I will now ask Linda Reike, Acting Chair of the Health and Community Studies, to please come forward and call the graduates of that department. Thank you.
Thank you, Senior Vice President Academic Brûlé. At this time, I would ask the award presenters for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, the Applied Nuclear Science and Radiation Safety, and the Early Childhood Education programs to please come forward to the stage on your left. Award presenters for the rest of the programs, please come forward when your program is called, once again to the left. So let's get started with our main event, the presentation of degrees, diplomas, and certificates. It is with pleasure that I introduce the graduates of the Collaborative Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. Angela Rintoul, Program Coordinator, will greet the graduates.
Jamie Aguirre. Abiola Akindle. Caitlin Alec. Carrie Beck. Sydney Bourque. Jamie Burnett. Morgan Burton. Megan Caldwell. Montana Cameron. Capella Chander Logan. Cassandra Chow. Hannah Condon. Emily Cooney. Veronique Sear. Samantha Daou. Jose Duel. Julie Duncan. Megan Earl. Jessica Edwards. Emily Egan. Amber Etche. Lauren Fleming. Kate Quinn. Emily Irwin. Emma Kendrick. Taylor Clentz. Kayla Kaylin Kowalski Poirier. Ian Lappin. Haley LeBlanc. Leah McIsaac. Jessica Manny. Corey Martin. Natalie Moy. Helen Nguyen. Sarah Peebles. Alicia Rubel. Patricia Savard. Modesta Shara. Peyton Snoblin. Selena Stamper. Haley Stewart. Aaron Van Hoof. Alexa Vanderklooster. Jenna Verboon. Okay. Samantha Wasman. Samantha is also the recipient of the Lois Cahill Memorial Award. This award is being presented by Megan Haycock, professor in the program. I'm not that. My correction, Judith LaFleur. Wei Zhao. Wei is the recipient of the General Proficiency Award for Nursing. This award is being presented by Beth Brownlee, Director of Medical Rehabilitation and Ambulatory Care for Pembroke Regional Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, the collaborative Bachelor of Science in Nursing graduates.
It is with pleasure that I introduce the graduates of the Applied Nuclear Science and Radiation Safety Program. Megan Haycock, program faculty, will greet the graduates.
Lucas Glover. Sawyer Glover. Joseph Clark. Cameron Curving. Alex Lebrun. Adam Leko. Sarah St. Pierre. Darcy Van Massenhoeven. Summer Welsh. Lisa Catherine Hilbig. Lisa is the recipient of the Canadian Nuclear Society Award. This award is being presented by Megan Haycock, presenting the Canadian Nuclear Society. Shane McCarthy. Shane is a recipient of the Canadian Nuclear Society Award. This award is being presented by Megan Haycock. Ladies and gentlemen, the Applied Nuclear Science and Radiation Safety graduates.
It is with pleasure that I introduce the graduates of the Early Childhood Education Program and the Police Foundations Program. Noel Party, Program Coordinator, will greet the Early Childhood Education graduates, and Dan LaBelle, Program Coordinator, will greet the Police Foundation graduates.
Crystal Corrigan. Pierre-Andre Drouin. Kaylee Leeworthy. Hannah McDonald. Marie-Christine Melanson-Malay. Josie Pankey. Courtney Platt. Jessica Walker. Kristen Wilson. Brittany Zato. Olivia Slauson. Olivia is the recipient of the Children's Garden Literary Award. This award is being presented by Benita Richardson, Director of Children's Garden. Madison Latang. Madison is the recipient of the Renfrew County Early Childhood Education Program Directors Award. This award is being presented by Benita Richardson. Melanie Kaye. Melanie is the recipient of the Wise Owl Daycare Award. This award is being presented by Kyle Robinson on behalf of the Board of Wise Owl Daycare Center. Ladies and gentlemen, the early childhood education graduates. Angel Lee Garrity. Garrett Landry. Tiffany Stahlberg. Heather Paulbetsky. Heather is the recipient of the Ontario Provincial Police Services Award. This award is being presented by Sergeant Chris Pickerton of the Ontario Provincial Police. Heather is also the recipient of the Roy C. Reiki Award. This award is being presented by Linda Reiki. Heather is also the recipient of the Test Ready Pro Police Recruit Candidate of the Year Award. This award is being presented by Dan LaBelle. Ladies and gentlemen, the Police Foundation's graduates.
It is with pleasure that I introduce the graduates of the Practical Nursing Program. Heather Klein-Horstman, Program Coordinator, will greet the graduates.
Jessica Aubertin. Riley Carey. Ayla Derry. Rachel Everett. Tia Gravel. Kelsey Huckabone. Alex Latondres. Brooklyn Lyons. Thomas McDonald. Linda Magia. Sarah Martina Pazian. Kira McPaul. Jessica Sauvé Barron. Patricia Skase. Cassandra Silva. Emily Story. Mariah Tennant. Michael Wise. Nicole Adamek. Nicole is the recipient of the RPNAO Award for Student Excellence. This award is being presented by Melissa Jarvis, professor in the program. Ladies and gentlemen, the practical nursing graduates.
I am pleased to introduce the graduates of the Social Service Worker Program and the General Arts and Science Program. Diane Bascombe, Program Coordinator, and Rhonda Mullen, Professor, will greet the Social Service Worker graduates. Sean Pentecost, Program Coordinator, will greet the General Arts and Science graduates.
Jean Amani. Hope Bush. Jonah Kincaid. Erica Dole. Madeline Fairfield. Samantha Frost. Cassandra Halliday. Matthew Hutton. Alexandra LaFrance. Caitlin Lagasse. Madison Lalonde. Courtney Lewis. Gary Mars. Veronica Miller. Hillary Mateg. Brianna Reynolds. Catherine Mumford. Catherine is the recipient of the W.T. Eldon Craig Memorial Award. This award is being presented by Diane Bascombe. Jeffrey Armstrong. Jeffrey is the recipient of the General Arts and Science Program Award. This award is being presented by Sean Pentecost. Ladies and gentlemen, the social service worker and general arts and science graduates.
It is with pleasure that I introduce the graduates of the Personal Support Worker programs. Heather Klein-Horstman, Program Coordinator, and Sharon Carson, Professor, will greet the graduates.
Michelle Bertrand. Lindsay Coulis. Dora Golden. Matilda Greenfield. Mackenzie Jones. Courtney LaRiviere. Hope Lavallée. Shelby Lenevue. Valerie Latang. Emily Sorial. Jamie Smithers Coulis. Ryan Conahan. Ryan is the recipient of the Personal Support Worker Program Award. This award is being presented by Sharon Carson, Professor in the program. Ashley McDonald. Ashley is the recipient of the Pat Hearn Excellence in Palliative Care Award. This award is being presented by Heather Klein-Horstman, coordinator of the program. Ladies and gentlemen, the Personal Support Worker graduates.
I now call upon the graduates of the Pre-Health Sciences Pathway to Advanced Diplomas and Degrees and the Pre-Health Sciences Pathways to Certificates and Diplomas to come forward. Megan Haycock and Jacqueline Purdy, faculty, will greet the graduates.
Melissa Crane. Alex Genikakis. Archella Olami. Ashley Outingdyke. Amber Defoe. Brittany Ranger. Isabel Salafranc. Lucy Raugu. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the Pre-Health Sciences pathway to advanced diplomas and degrees and the Pre-Health Sciences pathway to certificates and diplomas.
This completes the presentation of credentials for the graduates and award winners of the Health and Community Studies Department. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I would like to extend very warm congratulations to all the graduates of these programs and to your families. I now ask Sarah Hall to please come forward and call the graduates of the Business, Technology, and Outdoor Training Department.
Thank you, Linda. What an exciting day. So thank you and good afternoon, everyone. At this time, I would ask that the award presenters for the Business, Computer Systems Technician, Environmental Technician, and Forestry Technician programs come forward to the stage on their left. Award presenters for the rest of the programs, please come forward when your program is called. It is with pleasure that I now ask the graduates of the Business Program and the Computer Systems Technician Program, including those having the Cooperative Education option, to come forward to receive their diplomas from the President. Kim Drake, Program Coordinator, will greet the business graduates. Pauline Edmonds, Program Coordinator, and Mark McKenna, Professor, will greet the Computer System Technicians graduates.
Sydney Barnes. Karen Becerra Enriquez. Tamara Broughton. Ali Forgy. Denise Howard. Colin LeBrun. Philip Morrow. Stephen Sullivan. Stephen is the recipient of the Dean Sinclair Chartered Professional Accountants Award, which is being presented by Aaron White, one of the professors in the program. Stephen is also the recipient of the Kiwanis Award. This award is being presented by Jay McLaren on behalf of the Kiwanis Club of Pembroke. Dave Ritchie. Dave is the recipient of the Marketing Management Bursary Award. Aaron White will present this award. Ladies and gentlemen, the business program graduates. Eric Fowler. Jonathan Skanes. Ryan St. Louis. Stefan Nyman. Stefan is the recipient of the Ontario Association of Certified Engineering Technicians and Technologists Award. This award is being presented by Jack Van Geminer. Ladies and gentlemen, the Computer Systems Technician Program graduates.
It is with pleasure that I ask the graduates of the Environmental Technician Program, including those having the Cooperative Education option, the Forestry Technician Program, and the Motive Power Apprenticeship Technician Co-op Diploma Program to come forward to receive their diplomas. Chris Melmoth, Program Coordinator, will greet the Environmental Technician graduates. Errol Downey, Program Coordinator, will greet the Forestry graduates. And Mark Stevens, Program Coordinator, will greet the Motive Power Technician graduates.
Kristen Bowes. Brenda Durkee. Johanna Krieger. Jeremy McRoberts. Ashley Peddle. Megan Ray. Megan is the recipient of the Environmental Technician Program Award. This award is being presented by Patrick Nicholson. Ladies and gentlemen, the Environmental Technician Program graduates. Amanda Boland. Marc-Andre Simard. Ladies and gentlemen, the Forestry Technician graduates. Will Baker. Alan McElroy. Richard Nyman. Adam Prince. Adam is the recipient of the Darwin Wendover Memorial Award. This award is being presented by Bruce and Christine Wendover. Chris Rotger. Chris is the recipient of the Napa Auto Parts Award. This award is being presented by Mark Stevens. Ladies and gentlemen, the Motive Power Technician graduates.
It is with pleasure that I ask the graduates of the Office Administration Executive Diploma Program to come forward to receive their diplomas. Connie Papour, Program Coordinator, will greet the graduates.
Melissa Blemke. Melanie Koulis. Faith Hicks. Naomi Emmel. Fiona Litke. Maureen McMillan. Jade Marhofer. Terry Morrow. Amy Nash. Cheyenne Peterson. Sarah Rideout. Jeannie Tully. Stacy Crystal. Stacy is the recipient of the Vivian Shute Office Administration Executive Program Award. This award is being presented by Connie Pupor. Ladies and gentlemen, the Office Administration Executive Program graduates.
It is with pleasure that I ask the graduates of the Outdoor Adventure Program and the Outdoor Adventure Naturalist Program, including those having the cooperative education option, to come forward to receive their diplomas from the President. Chris Melmoth, Professor, will greet the graduates of the Outdoor Adventure Program, and Ian Pino, Program Coordinator, will greet the graduates of the Outdoor Adventure Naturalist Program.
Alyssa Apple. Christian Braganolo. Luke Dauphiness. Caden Felsky. Cade Lehman. Sarah McGuire. Hannah Moros. Nicholas Muth. Zachary Ouellette. Ryan Warrock. Ladies and gentlemen, the Outdoor Adventure Program graduates. Bradovka. Nicholas Carr. Brianne Christensen. Dana Collette. Caleb Gibson. Juan Pablo Herrera. Kayla Hinton. Charla McCluskey. Joshua McCullough. Megan Volek. Winona Brown. Winona is the recipient of the Outdoor Adventure Naturalist Program Award. This award is being presented by Ian Pino. Ladies and gentlemen, the Outdoor Adventure Naturalist Program graduates.
It is with pleasure that I ask the graduates of the Action Sports Park Development Program, the Carpentry and Renovation Techniques Program, and the Urban Forestry Arboriculture Program to come forward to receive their certificates from the President. Cameron Dubé, Program Coordinator, will greet the graduates of the Action Sports Park Development Program. Adam Johns, Program Coordinator, will greet the Carpentry and Renovation Techniques graduates. And Eric Luxembacher, Program Coordinator, will greet the Urban Forestry Arboriculture graduates.
Angus Thompson. Nick Geldart. Nick is the recipient of the Universal Field Supplies Award. This award is being presented by Cameron Dubé. Ladies and gentlemen, the Action Sports Park Development Program graduates. Haley Devine. Jonathan Harwood. Trisha McMullen. Carlo Paletzia. Kathleen Simpson. Deegan Thompson. Brent Lempinski. Brett is the recipient of the Rona Petawawa Award. This award is being presented by Adam Johns. Ladies and gentlemen, the Carpentry and Renovation Techniques graduates. Jacob Ashley. Bradley Charlebois. Dustin Patton. Kevin Stackpole. Alexander Thompson. Michael Belbin. Michael is the recipient of the John Ransom Award of Merit. This award is being presented by Mr. John Ransom. Ladies and gentlemen, the Urban Forestry Arboriculture graduates.
I would now ask the graduates of the following programs to come forward to receive their certificates from the President. General Carpenter, Food Service Worker, Teaching Adult Lifelong Learners, and Academic Upgrading. Adam Johns, Program Coordinator, will greet the General Carpenter graduates. Pauline Edmonds will greet the Food Service Worker graduate. Jacqueline Purdy will greet the Teaching Adults Lifelong Learners graduates. And Jeff Ross and Melanie Burton will greet the Academic Upgrading graduates.
Travis Brown. Travis is the recipient of the Smitty's Home Hardware Award. This award is being presented by Adam Johns. Cynthia Crawford. Sharon Carson. Julie Murak. Peg Ralph. Michelle Baumauer. Stephanie Lapierre. Jordan Schroeder. Catherine Ward. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the General Carpenter, Food Service Worker, Teaching, Adult Lifelong Learning, and Academic Upgrading programs.
Some of the graduates of programs in the Business, Technology, and Outdoor Training and in the Health and Community Studies departments were unable to be here today. President Jensen, I ask that you grant their degrees, diplomas, or certificates in absentia. May I please ask all of the graduates to rise. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please present to you the Algonquin College Pembroke Waterfront Campus, class of 2019.
Such a great group. I didn't even have to tell you to sit down. You're ahead of me. That's fantastic. Well, thank you to Linda Reike and Sarah Hall for doing the emceeing part of this ceremony, and to Jody Buckles for announcing all the names of all the graduates. Woo. So congratulations once again, graduates. Yes. And to our audience, you did not disappoint with your hoots and howls. Well done. And now it's my honor to preside over college-wide and school awards. Our first award is the Robert C. Gillett Leadership Award. It recognizes a student who demonstrates exemplary volunteer leadership, which contributes to the overall Algonquin College student experience. This year's recipient has been a class representative, bringing forward feedback from her classmates and suggesting innovative ideas such as mental health first aid certificate for students in the outdoor training programs. She has played a key role in supporting her classmates through leading clubs both on and off campus, such as the Rock Climbing Club, Whitewater Paddling Club, and Women's Outdoor Network, organizing trips and events. She's a true ambassador for her program, taking time during study breaks to promote the Outdoor Adventure program and sharing her inspiring perspective. She has demonstrated leadership skills both on campus and in the community. She was also the trip leader for the Outdoor Adventure program final expedition this past April to Maine Salmon in Idaho. She delegated and organized all aspects of that trip, and they completed that trip in 6 days doing whitewater in Idaho with 10 of her fellow classmates. From creating the trip plan to logistics to maintaining a steady progress during the trip and ensuring that all was going according to plan on the river. She was always willing to help others and was entrusted with providing guidance that supported student success. Unfortunately, Victoria Downer, who's the recipient, could not be with us today, so we'll be presenting this award to her in absentia. President Jensen, may I ask you to come forward for our next award? Our next award is the Annual Award of Excellence, which is based on scholastic achievement and community contribution. This year's recipient is Heather Palubiski of the Police Foundation Program. Heather was a model student in our campus community, in our campus community described her as outgoing, above and beyond expectations to help her fellow classmates, and was actively involved in many college and community activities. Her volunteer work included regularly acting as first responder and Sunday school teacher at the Cavalry Baptist Church while she was in school. She also volunteered more than 250 hours at the Victim Services of Renfrew County as a volunteer crisis responder. Her ability to see the greater good drive her dedication to helping others and being generous with her time, all the while supporting her 2 young children. Heather maintained a very high academic average through her compressed 3-semester diploma and often supported her classmate as a mentor and an advocate. Congratulations, Heather. Thank you, President Jensen. Our next award is the Alumni Award. This award is granted to the graduate who exemplified the greatest concern for the Algonquin College community while at the college. Laura Stanbra, Vice President, Student Services, will present this award. This year's recipient of the Alumni Award is Fiona Ledke, a student in the Office Administration Executive Program. Fiona was a promoter of community involvement and engagement among the students' body at the Pembroke campus, having supported important community initiatives such as Rally for Life and the Coldest Night of the Year. Fiona was also a part of the Project Hope for the Homeless, Renfrew County, a student-led initiative to raise awareness and financial support for the homelessness in our region. Fiona and her classmates were recognized by our Board of Governors earlier this year with a Changemaker Award. She is very active volunteer on campus, regularly showing her program and campus pride as a student ambassador during open house and experiential learning activities, supporting future students. For all these reasons, Fiona is this year's recipient of the Alumni Association Award. Congratulations, well-deserved award, Fiona. Well, this concludes our ceremony for this afternoon. What a great ceremony this was. I don't know about you, but this was the best ceremony so far of 2019. There are many within the college who work really hard to plan and coordinate such an event behind the scene. And although there are too numerous to mention, I would like us to take a moment and thank them for their efforts. It's been a pleasure to celebrate with you this afternoon, and it's also my pleasure to welcome you, our graduates, as our newest members of the Algonquin Alumni Association. Now, how about you stand one more time so that we can recognize you now as alumni. Thank you. Please be seated. Almost there. As President Jensen said during her address, be sure to send us your success stories and stay connected with the college through the alumni website. As we come to the end of our program, we invite all of our graduates and their families and friends to continue celebrating at the Waterfront campus just across the street from the Memorial Center. There'll be some light refreshments and snacks available, and you'll have opportunity to take great pictures around the campus. Many thanks to you, our graduates, and to your families and friends for joining us this afternoon and making this ceremony a very happy occasion for us all. Congratulations and best wishes. So I will ask that you now please stand and remain standing until the end of the recession of the stage party, the faculty, and the graduates. The recession will be led by Piper Jenny Tilson. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.